I just woke up and a new dev update has released. Let's check it out. I have no idea what to expect aside from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Y106 FM. Prepare yourself for the most totally radical season of Marvel Snap the Galaxy has ever known. I mean, is it awesome? Duh! Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Crank it to the max and get ready to rock.
Nebula is a 1-1, by the way. I don't know why it says 4-6. I think that was a previous iteration, but do keep that in mind from this point forward, I think.
Rock out to the Guardians' greatest hits.
Oh, ha! Welcome back to KMS 1988 Radio. It's a beautiful night in Missouri, and that little ditty was another of the Guardians' greatest hits. I bet you want to hear Gamora that catalog, am I right? Ha! Anyway, this is your radio Star-Lord, Ben Brode from Second Dinner, never napping, always snapping, right here on your radio dial. I've got a bodacious playlist coming up for you, and I'm amped to introduce these new artists. First up is our season pass superstar. She turns any location into a house party, even though she'd rather be dancing with herself. It's Nebula. Nebula's a one-cost, one-power.
Oh, there it is, 1-1. Each turn your opponent doesn't play a card here plus 2 power, except the turn you play this. Seems really good. I feel like it's generally at least going to be a 1-3, which is kind of premium stats for 1-drop, assuming you don't play it on the last turn, or maybe like the second to last turn. As long as you get it out early, pretty good. Also, an indirect Shanna buff. I'm kind of coping here. But Nebula seems like a premium 1-drop. Could end up getting, how big? Not considering Limbo here. Could gain 10 power, right? Turn 1, you play it, and it doesn't gain anything. But then on 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it gains 2. So it could be a 1-11? That's kind of cracked. Even if you miss some of that, if it ends up being a 1-5, that's like ultra premium stats, like a Titania without such a crazy downside. The downside here, almost like it makes your opponents have to play around you, right?
Card, but she's a righteous value because each turn after you play her, she gains plus 2 power if your opponent doesn't play a card
Howard.
there. Talk about a gnarly distraction for your opponent.
Howard.
Your other Guardians like Groot, Rocket Raccoon, and Star-Lord will love joining her since they benefit.
These variants, man, they're so good.
From opponent's cards trying to stop her. She's a primo card to play on turn 1 and in locations where your opponent can't play cards. Like
I really love that she does kind of interact with the other Guardians characters. So like you kind of expect them to play into the Nebula lane, so Nebula doesn't keep gaining power, so you can play Star-Lord, you can play Groot, and those are more likely to hit. I think that's like really smart design. I love when the characters kind of interact like that, like Moon Girl and Devil Dino and all that stuff.
Miniaturized Lab, Morag, and the Space Throne. A couple musicians we love here at KMS 1988 Radio have recently changed their look in preparation for their new albums. Check out these variants for Gamora and Star-Lord.
They're nice variants.
Tubular! This season pass
I really like the Star-Lord.
has a ton of new stuff to collect, including this amazing Nebula variant.
That's a sick frame break too, with the head coming out on the top and the little cable. That's a good one.
The fresh stuff doesn't stop there. No way, dude! We got a posse of new Guardians to join in on the fun. Like Iron Lad.
Oh yeah, this card looks cracked, especially with Howard the Duck. So Iron Lad's a 4/6. He copies the text of the top card, which is going to be random, right? Unless Howard, which maybe they go into here.
Who's a younger, alternate dimension Kang the Conqueror who travels back in time to defeat himself in the future. So Iron Lad can copy the text of your deck's top card. It's awesome with Iron Man, Black Panther, Devil Dinosaur. He goes great with Brood and Mr. Sinister. The lad can even copy Galactus.
That's pretty crazy. Also at a 4/6, it's like Enchantress power level, which is very good. Howard is so good because you can see what's at the top of the deck, so you can combo that with Iron Lad, right? Or maybe with your Jubilee, because Jubilee pulls from the top. So fun archetype incoming.
Duck is a dimension-hopping detective from Duck World, whose arch nemesis is Dr. Bog. He uses his detective powers to show you the top card of your deck before you draw it.
Ooh, that animation.
This is a great way to ensure you get just what you want with Iron Lad and Jubilee. High Evolutionary
exactly what I said.
is completely ridiculous. I actually pitched this card as a joke, and they decided to make it happen. He's an evil.
Yeah, this card is so good. I think if you're saving collector's tokens, you kind of got to save them for this one. He's probably going to be the first card that seems like worth 6,000 tokens in a while. He opens up a whole new archetype. I mean, I'm sure they'll get into it here, but I'm very excited by High Evolutionary. Probably the most excited I've ever been since Hitmonkey. I was going to say that, but that was like not long ago, but more excited than Hitmonkey. You know what I mean?
Evil geneticist who's always trying to bring humanity into the next step of evolution. At the start of the game, he unlocks the secret ability of all of your cards that have no abilities. His methods may be bogus, but High Evolutionary is like 7 new cards in one. What were we thinking? Check out this playlist. Wasp. On reveal, afflict 2 random enemy cards.
This is cracked. Hitting 2 random cards with -1 power, it's almost like a 0/3.
Here with -1 power. Misty Knight. When you
end a turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. This could end up being a 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, and so on. Pretty cracked as well. The unspent energy, maybe synergizes with Sunspot, but also it synergizes with the other cards you'll see here.
end a turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. Shocker. On reveal, the leftmost card in your hand costs 1 less.
So he's like a 1/3 also, because he kind of discounts the far left.
Cyclops. When you end a turn with unspent energy, afflict 2 random enemies here with -.
So if you have Misty and Cyclops, you're just constantly just sucking them dry. It's absolutely wild.
-1 power. The Thing. On reveal, afflict a random enemy card here with -1 power.
Everything just siphoning, well, I guess not siphoning, just draining the power from your opponent's stuff. This is so crazy to me.
Repeat this twice more. Abomination costs 1 less for each enemy card in play.
And then after you've afflicted them all with negative power, this could essentially be a free 9 power card. You do have to hit multiple things. I believe they're unique cards that are afflicted with the negative power. But yeah, A-Bomb, come
That's
on.
afflicted with negative power. Hulk. On
+2 for each turn you've ended with unspent energy. Also really cracked. I think you want all these cards in your deck if you are playing High Evolutionary. So the deck almost builds itself. And then you probably just slot in some tech cards here and there. Maybe you want a Sunspot for the unspent energy. Maybe you want Scorpion to make their cards even weaker. And I think it would synergize with A-Bomb. I don't have confirmation on that. Maybe you want a Cosmo. Maybe you want Wong so you can do double thing and stuff like that. Also, this animation, this is so cool. I love this cassette thing. I love the synth wave vibes. I don't know about you guys.
going. +2 power for each turn you ended with unspent energy. You can use all of the no ability cards together, but you don't have to. Try Super Wasp and Hulk with Lockjaw, or just Misty Knight and Cyclops in your Sunspot and She-Hulk deck. Scorpion and Spider-Woman are also a great combo with the new Abomination. The Living Tribunal.
Okay, this is another card that people are kind of very excited about, and I can see why. A 6/4 at the end of the game, split your total power evenly among all locations, so you could just get 1 or 2 lanes really big, and then you play Tribunal, and it's just going to spread it, so your opponent has to beat you in all lanes. So kind of cracked, but Tribunal himself not very, very strong at 4 power, right? So you're definitely paying to get that nice effect. Instead of playing like a Hulk at 6/12, you're playing this guy to spread them.
Is the second most powerful being in the entire multiverse. He's in charge of balancing the scales on a cosmic level. Now, he splits your total power evenly among all locations. So with a Living Tribunal, you can slap down humongous power in one lane and spread the love. Try and maximize your power with Wong, Black Panther, anything that doubles like Iron Man or Onslaught. Now, all these artists will be going on tour soon.
It's actually really cracked. I like going into Sanctum and all these locations that are hard to play, especially Bar with no name. But then you just don't play them because it's turn 6 and you'll have seen the location. But some exciting cards coming out here.
So be sure to get tickets for these radical new venues. Deep Space. Card text is
That kind of works with Patriot, I guess. You just disable your cards and you buff them. But I mean, everyone's seeing a lot of Patriot. People probably aren't too excited to see good Patriot locations. Also, just kind of maybe a frustrating place to play in because your cards don't work.
disabled here. It's a tougher ticket, but maybe you can sneak in the side door at Milano. Turn 5 is the only turn cards can be played here.
They're adding all these locations where you literally like can't play the game, and I feel like maybe it could get frustrating. So maybe they'll stop printing these, or they could always like pull back the possibility that we do run into these locations where you just can't play your deck at all. Like having one or the occasional like two that you have to just play around is fun, but I'm getting a lot of times where I just see 3 locations and I'm like, I literally can't do anything. It's not even my opponent also can't do anything. So I guess it's kind of fine, but somewhat frustrating still.
Here. Thank you so much once again for listening to us here at KMS 1988 AM Radio and for playing and supporting Marvel Snap. It means so much to us. We hope you truly love Nebula and the rest of the new cards and Guardians' greatest hits. And please keep the feedback coming. We have people waiting on the line to take your call right now. Until next time, this is Ben Brode. Stay snappy, and I'll see you at the dance-off. Peace!
Ben's so good. Woo! Ooh. That was cool. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, very excited for this. I think this is going to be a really good month. So I guess definitely save those collector's tokens up so you can get some of those premium cards, and Nebula probably going to be worth it. We'll have to wait and see, but I would, if I was a gambling man, I would say Nebula is going to be seen a lot. Kind of similar to Sunspot, at least old days Sunspot. Can be a really good card. So if you do have the expendable income and you're spending money on this game, it's probably a good idea to pick up the battle pass. And yeah, sorry I'm late to getting this video out. I was literally sleeping. Also sorry if I appear sleepy. It's because I just rolled out of bed because I saw this when I opened my eyes and it was like dev update and I was like, oh, you know. So all right, thanks for watching. Good luck on ladder. Stay hydrated.